You are now locked into the 32 Flavas Podcast with your host and queen of the trap, the queen of the south, ATL's very own, Miss 32 Flavas herself, Diamond.
Hey, it's Sirski, Atlanta. It's your girl, Diamond ATL, and I'm here with my mentor, my good friend, my big sister, Drea Kelly. Make some noise, everybody. I hope I did you justice on your introduction. I know it's so much more. I know you're a phenomenal mentor. You're a wonderful mother, a phenomenal dance choreographer. You have your own dance studio. I mean, the list goes on, and I do not want to shorten you. So go ahead and introduce yourself, and then we'll get into the fun stuff.
No, you did me well, honey. You did me very. You hit all the things that are important. You know, like you just my baby sister, just my love, watching you just as this woman flourish and taking your rightful place upon your throne. You know what I'm saying? Like, honey, she never lost her crown. Y'all was blind. Y'all didn't see it. Like the crown didn't go anywhere.
Ooh,
okay.
We get started early today.
We get started.
You put that battery in my bike. You did.
Yeah. Because you know what? I'm all about women's empowerment and lifting each other up. And I saw an episode of Iyanla where she was telling Lisa Ray and her daughter, like, your crown is crooked. And I was like, the term kind of, it struck me in this way. Because I feel like we're so quick to talk about our other sister queen's crowns being crooked. Just walk behind her and straighten it. Yes. Period. We don't need to put that on Front Street.
Yes.
That's it. Whisper in her back, your slip is showing. You don't need to announce that to everybody, because I feel like in this culture, we have a council culture. We have a culture where we sensationalize, and it's entertainment to see women come against women fighting each other. That's just not one more thing that I want people, her crown crooked and she doing this and she doing that. Just, you know what, fix it. Because if you're not a part of the solution, you're part of the problem too, boo.
Yes, ma'am. High five. You know, it's going to probably be like 35, 45 high fives. But my apologies, queen, since we're on the conversation of queen. This is another queen that has been my mentor, that is one half of my manager, Shantae from Eyelash Vision. Mimi is not here, but she's another female that holds me down and continues to just, push me to just move forward. I learned so much from her. And I could not do this without her. This is all new for me. You're like my third guest. I was supposed to have you last week, but our schedules got mixed some kind of way. But you were definitely my first choice, So do you want to say something, Queen, before we get into the nitty gritty?
Listen, it is a pleasure even just to be here amongst you queens. It's really great when you sit amongst women that understand womanhood and camaraderie and have compassion for people. So I know this is going to be an amazing set.
Yeah.
I know we can get lost. I know I can get lost in the sauce, and I get distracted. I like to have a lot of fun, But I want to get on some key points. But before we do get into some key points, I want to, break the ice a little bit. I'm a little nervous because it's different for me. I'm used to being where you're sitting, answering the questions. Right. But this is good for me. Like, I was so happy because I know you as an individual. So it doesn't really make me nervous because I know you as a person. So we're going to play a little game. You know how I get down.
Yes,
this is the 32 Flavas Podcast, right?
Yes.
So we're going to have some fun. We're going to talk a little dirty real quick.
Okay, come on.
It's time for 32 Flavas.
So this game, it's called Kill, Fuck, or Marry, okay?
Kill, fuck, or marry.
Okay. Now, the good news is you get a chance to decide in which order that happens.
Okay.
But the bad news is I get the chance to, as well as my manager, Shantae, pick, these candidates.
Okay. I'm with it.
I think mine's are kind of like cheesy and like, but, Shantae, you really get in your bag when it's, time for you to throw your names in there. So, we going to let you go first, and I'm going to be thinking of mine's real quick.
Okay. The first candidate is Snoop Dogg.
Oh, that's a good one.
Snoop Dogg.
Okay.
I would
You got two more.
Oh, I gotta put them in order. Yes. Okay.
So we're going to have three.
Okay, Snoop Dogg.
3 hymns. Or we can have a shim, too.
Okay.
And then you're going to put them in the order.
Okay, I'm
Kill,
putting them in order.
Fuck, or marry. However.
Okay.
But you know what I'm saying?
Snoop Dogg. Okay.
So we got Snoop Dogg's Dow, Uncle Snoop, and I'll say Tyler Perry.
Okay.
And Bone Crusher.
Ooh, y'all playing with my soul. Okay, kill, fucking marry. Okay. I'm gonna have to kill Bone Crusher.
Oh man, now why you want to go and do that?
Man,
Why you want to go kill Bone Crusher?
You know what? Because he's such a teddy bear, and he's like, even the name Bone Crusher don't really fit him.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Bone Masher, not Crusher, because he's just that teddy bear. Like when you look at him, you don't see Bone Crusher. You see like Big Brother, love, lay on your shoulder, cry. Like, I gotta tell you something. Oh, baby sis, it's gonna be all right. So I'm gonna have to
I can't fuck my brother.
Right, I can't fuck my brother. And I can't marry my brother. So we're gonna go ahead and have to kill him. Ooh. Marry Tyler Perry, because he will keep me working till the bitch is in the grave.
You hear that?
Yes.
One more time.
Yes, he will write movies where I come out the grave, go to church, get back in the grave. Yes, so yes, definitely Tyler Perry.
Yes.
Have to marry him because my coinage and that lineage after that, bringing babies in the world, the last name is Perry. Yes, you married. And Snoop. You gotta fuck Snoop, because he gonna do it with his Tim's on.
Yes.
And a blunt in his mouth.
Then you gonna smoke.
Yes.
Right?
And he might sneak up behind your doggy style with some pink rollers in his hair. Because you know that hair gonna be swaying. He's smacking it, hair blowing in the wind.
Yes.
You know? So, yes, that is my breakdown.
Wow, make some noise, everybody.
Yes,
That
come
was
on. Uncle
fun.
Snoop, get it.
Well, I guess we'll go with you next, Shantae. Then we can end with me. Kill, fuck, or marry. Let's see. I'll start with Jazzy Faye. Okay? Who do you have? Drea Kelly. Who do you have?
Ooh,
Make it
LeBron James.
Ooh. Go ahead with the second one. The third one, I'm sorry.
Just because we already know what the answer is, but I just want to say his name. Barack Obama.
Oh.
The president. Forever president.
Okay.
Barack
That's a good one.
Obama.
Okay.
That's a good one.
That's a hard list. That's a hard one.
Okay, I'm marrying Barack Obama.
Yes.
And why?
I would marry Barack Obama because throughout all of the press that's gone out, I've never heard about him cheating. Or not to say that he didn't do it, but between him and Remy, my husband, Papoose, I don't be hearing nothing about them brothers. You know, I don't hear nothing in the street about them. So
It's two. You get 2 for 1.
yes.
The coin and that faithful dude. We don't want no community dude.
No,
don't want that. And who else we got?
LeBron James. And Jazzy Faye.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa.
I'm fucking LeBron James.
Yes, girl.
I'm fucking LeBron James. And Jazzy Faye, I love you dearly, sweetheart. R.I.P. I can't do it. That's the brother. That's the homie.
Right.
I can't do the homie.
Okay.
What, Diamond?
Fair enough.
Diamond, it's your turn.
Yeah, it's your turn, Diamond.
Okay.
The first one is Jay-Z.
Okay.
Oh, I got one for you. We're going to keep it in the music game. Method Man.
Okay. And the last one is Trouble.
Trouble. Okay. Unfortunately, I would have to kill Trouble. Because he probably Trouble.
The name. Okay.
You know, he the homie. But he probably Trouble. And I'm probably have to kill his ass. He probably gonna kill my ass, you know. And you said, who do we have?
Method Man
and Jay-Z.
Jay-Z.
I'll fuck the shit out of Method Man. Because, baby, have y'all seen him on Power?
Have you seen him ever?
Fine yarn.
Have you seen him ever? I think it's blind women seen Method Man.
Okay.
That body yada, honey. Yeah, we get better with time.
Yes.
And, of course, I would have to marry Jay-Z, honey. Because, baby, honey, them coins is long.
Baby.
And, I mean, he's a rapper. I'm a rapper. I love music. We could always do music forever. But unfortunately, he belongs to Queen B. So in my dreams,
Yeah. and yes, we will put our disclaimer, y'all.
Yes.
This is all hypothetical. Please do not go on one of these people's wives' page and tag us and be talking about y'all done seen somebody in y'all garage.
That's right.
Please, we are all just having fun.
This is out of fun and out of love.
Yes.
It's time for
love doing
32 flavors.
so we're going to close out with that and we're going to get into some real. I like to bring all my guests on here. And as I said with my managers and my team that, once I signed up and agreed to do this, that I had to really show a part of me that people don't really know. I feel like my friends, my family know who I am, but I wanted to really be vulnerable. And one thing that I do is I share a personal experience and I ask a question. I think it kind of, who was it? Darn. I think it was was it Drama? It was somebody that was on here last time. And I tried to disguise it like it was somebody else. And he called me out and he was like, it was you, wasn't it?
Oop.
So I said, you know what?
It was him.
I was like, it was me. I said, you know what? I'm just going ahead and tell my guests up front, this is personal. I need some advice. And then we'll kind of, move around, if you will. So, you've already helped me with, my situation.
Yes.
Of, which I've let go. And life has definitely been a treat. I'm definitely out here singling, mingling, and stuff like that. But I had a situation.
Uh-oh.
Where it was, normally you look out for gold diggers, you look out for cheaters, you look out for, woman beaters, you look out for, men that might be in the closet. I mean, all these different things that you look out for. But this particular situation, I feel, was more a attack, a clout attack. This was for clout. This was for clout, right? So I was dating this person, and all these things came out about this person, and hey, my past ain't squeaky clean. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Who were we to judge? So I wasn't really into, not really just taking the side of what I heard from what had happened in your past. I bring it to your attention. You explain what it is. I say how I feel. Right is right. Wrong is wrong. Move forward. That's what it is. Come to find out, this person is completely, it's just a whole nother person at this point. And I'm confused because I'm like, well, I didn't have to pay for nothing.
Right.
He didn't beat my ass.
Right.
Wasn't cheating. We was together every single day, all day, and to find out that this person was a whole nother person, and this was really just to get his resume going. And it's just, I have a hard time dealing with that because it's like, I'm not gonna just live in a bubble to where I can't even if I wanted to not deal with people. I have to deal with people, so I try to figure out when I go through certain things. Of course, experience is your best teacher, but why did that happen? What lesson was it meant for me, to learn in that situation? Was it for me to help somebody else? You know what I'm saying? So my question to you is, girl, like, this is different. And we talking about them, we calling them what you call them, PPP, long boys? What you call them boys? Them COVID boys with them checks. What was them checks? Them came in.
Them SBA
them
checks?
SPA boys. So
Them
when the
SBA loans.
they
Okay.
some, now I'm learning you got the scammers.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother profession.
That's
Yes.
Then you got the SPA long boys. They didn't came and they hit the clubs up, hit the drug scene up, everything, the car scene up for a good 7-8 months. Then they went broke.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then we got the ball players. You know what I'm saying? We got the musicians, the actors, and all. Like, this shit is crazy.
It's a
How
lot.
do I?
It's
How?
a lot. Well, first of all, you have to realize that it tells you more about them than you. That's number one. Because a lot of times women, when we go through things, what's the first thing we say? She let that man take her money. What, did y'all think I was just somewhere like, no, go, take it all. I don't care. You have to understand that typically we are getting a representative when we meet somebody. Right. We all do. Right. Everybody's going to put their best foot forward. They're going to be a gentleman. They're going to be sweet. They're going to be kind. They're going to dote upon you. They're going to tell you all these wonderful things and how they got your back and on your side. Who honestly, and if we are to be real, if somebody really walked into your life was like, look, I'm about to fuck up your credit. I ain't got no job. I got about 6 baby mamas. Been to jail. Couple. No one's going to come straight forward and say that. But then women, y'all might not like me when I say this. If a dude did come real with you, you running for the hills.
Right.
So part of it is you want your ears tickled too. You don't want a dude to be honest and be truthful about his past and what it is, because then comes the judgment. So it's up to us to say, do I really, really want his real grimy, dirty, just vulnerable, tell me everything and then go from there? Right. Or do I want his representative first, because it makes it a little easier, because then the responsibility's not on me. Now I can play victim and say, look at all the things he did to me and I didn't know. That's the flip side of the coin. Now the other side of the coin is some of them are out here professional online getting degrees on how to be a scammer.
Wow.
Yes, they are.
Wow.
They really, really are. Like, they have no problem with it. But as women, we have to say, again, that's your downfall is not my responsibility. I can still hold my head high and say, dude, this is who you are. This is what you represented. And this is what I connected to. Now that I know the truth, I have every right to walk away. But what you're not going to do is make me look stupid and be like, oh, she knew I was what? No, you weren't, because if you were, we wouldn't have been dealing with each other as long as we did, because typically that will happen too. When it all comes out, all of a sudden they want to say, but she knew. How the hell would I know?
Right.
All I know is what you represent to me. Like you said, if we together 24 hours a day, we dating, why would I suspect anything different?
And then here's where I take fault too, because I'm like thinking about this next person. I'm like, okay, well, bitches tried to tell me, and I'm like, well, shit, that it didn't apply to me. I'm like, okay, that's what happened, and then now it's gonna take for this next person for him to do something to you, for you to, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, well, really, is it, you know, as they say, women, we enable the man to do X, Y, and Z. Like, well, you know, take ownership in some of it.
Take ownership, but not all the time, though.
I take ownership in not paying attention to them certain signs. And as this sisterhood, you know, sisters try to come forward and out and listen, you know what I'm saying? Because those things that they were saying didn't apply to me. Hell, I ain't paying for shit. He paying for everything. You know, all these other things. But, baby.
But I got a question for you. If, now, today, knowing what you know and going through what you went through, do you want the representative or do you want the rotten eggs first?
The rotten eggs first.
That's what it's supposed to be.
Because, baby, I can deal with anything. That's just like, I done been in situations where me and my dude, you know, dating the public eye, we on good terms, bad terms. And they're like, well, dang, she right back with him, so shit. And, because, baby, if I'm dealing with it, I'm dealing with it. That's what I choose to do. That's what I choose to do. So if you laying it all out there, you don't think for me. You don't know what I might be cool with or what I can accept.
Right. I call that the used car technique. That's the used car technique. Don't sell me a lemon. Don't let me drive this car off the lot and I'm thinking it's beautiful, and then all of a sudden I take it to a mechanic. They're like, you know your engine is cracked. You know your transmission is going out. The brakes is bad. You know that it has had some fire damage. And you're like, whoa, wait, what are you talking about? So, yeah, like you said, I'm not blind to it, but all I'm saying is everybody at some point was somebody's ex. And just because you were not good with me or to me doesn't mean you won't be good or good to the next person. Right. So there always is that, okay, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. Now, where we take responsibility is I do better when I know better. That's when you take responsibility. Okay? You can't down yourself for what you didn't know about the person. But once I fully am aware of who you are and I still decide to stay, at that point, it's nobody's fault. It's not his, it's mine. Right. I have fully accepted everything that you brought to the table, but I can't be held responsible for what I don't know. Right. And I don't think we give women enough credit for that, because then everyone, see, I tried to tell you. How you trying to tell me when the man you with right now got 4 kids in 3 different counties that you don't even know about?
How about that one?
Let's get into that.
Yes.
How did you get so Wow, just so sharp. Just like you pick up stuff. I can tell you the first line of some shit. And you like, girl, let me tell you, because whoop, 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 whoop. I went on your live the other day, you and your bestie. I think it's your husband. Yeah. I got me a husband too, honey. And honey, we be reading them, honey. And it was just like, when I came across, it was a perfect time. Because like I just shared a little bit about, you know what I'm saying, what I had dealt with. It just touched me. And I know that every time you speak, I see even in the comments, other women are like inspired. And you help people. How did you get to this point? Was you always just so, okay, I see what it is, you see it from a mile away? Because you would think, I'm 32 years old and I still do not have it together. I be thinking, I be knowing, but I don't be knowing.
But we're going to be ever evolving as women. We're in different phases in our life, from a little girl to adolescence to a young woman to a mother to a grand. You're always evolving. I think for me, at a very young age, people used to say, you've been here before. Mm-hmm. Even as a child, they were like, some of the stuff that would come out of your mouth when you were little, that we would be like, how would she even, you ain't even been married before, so how would you know that? I think, and then my life experience, living your life in front of the public, and it comes with so much judgment. It would be very easy for me to be just that jaded, mad black bitch that's going off. I like to educate people, and I'm the type of person, it's not about you coming on my live and agreeing with everything that I say. It's about your delivery that I have a problem with, okay? Right. You can ask me anything. Because I think that's where education comes in, especially being a survivor of abuse. Maybe it's really a question that you're like, why did you stay so long? That's one thing that I can answer. But I'm not going to answer, you dumb bitch, you stayed this long and now you want to get on here and say, now you're being disrespectful. Right. Now we've crossed into being disrespectful.
Right.
Thank you, but somebody who really wants to know why, if I explain, because I had young children at the time, I was also young. People don't understand. When I met my ex, I was 19 years old. I was married with kids by the time I was 22. Yeah, so people, when they see me, they just assume Drea, who she is right now that you see before me. They don't know, oh, back at 19, back at 20, back at 22. Oh, you was married to him when you was 24, had kids. You were young. So now my life where you see me now is because of life experiences and being able to take responsibility. Like, did I deserve anything that happened to me? Absolutely not. But when I was in the knowledge and the know that it was toxic, I was fully responsible for how long I let it happen to me. That's how I took my power back. So when I do speak to people, that powerful woman, I don't even think it's that. I really feel that I'm a vessel. I don't feel it's in my power.
Wow.
It's not about me. My life is bigger than me. I didn't go through it for me, and it doesn't end because I wanted to. Like, my lives that I do y'all really think that this is something that I'm like, well, let's relive this shit again? No, but I know it's probably somebody watching this like, how do I leave? And when I do leave, what should I do? And what does life look like once you're out of it? And I tell people, that's the hardest thing you're ever going to do. You think leaving was hard? Living is harder. Because of the victim shaming, the victim blaming, everything that comes after that. Some of these women are not prepared because you think, because I left my abuser, oh, life's gonna get great. You're not prepared for the mama who told you to lie, the brother who said you lied, the friends and co-workers. But what you have to understand is there's also two people. You're dealing with, like we said, the representative, or when somebody is famous, you're dealing with a persona. I deal with the person. Okay? Totally different.
And then having kids, like, how is that? Because it's therapeutic to you, but like, do they ever, get bothered sometimes? Because you have to speak on it, but then, then to kids, like I can tell you some stuff my father has done or my mother has done, but I still love them unconditionally. Just because that's my parent. You know what I'm saying? So, like, how is that for maybe women who've gone through some things and have kids or need to know, like, even with my situation that's probably going to play out on the show, you were able to coast me through it and say, okay, now you can expect this after that. What could maybe some women expect that might have kids that might be getting strength from mentoring to other women or speaking on their truth,
Always make it, I'm just very present and aware when it comes to my children, and always make it a point to speak to them as their father not your husband, not your boyfriend, not your ex-fiance, because those two relationships have absolutely nothing to do with one another. My children, his blood runs through their veins. So there's a level of connection that they're forever going to have. I was married to him. At some point, there is a level of disconnect because I don't share your DNA. Right. So because my kids share his DNA, they also share a love for him that I will never understand. That's their father. Right. And I've always taught my children, I will never tell you what to feel about your father. I don't have that right. Right. Because that was only my ex-husband. If you love your father and you want to talk to your father, have a relationship, great. How do I make that happen? If you don't, I'm not going to force you to. But what people also have to understand is, as a mother, I don't have to sit up and talk bad about you as a father. What you show your children is where they pull that final decision from. If you do something and people think, oh, Drea always talking about child support, people need to understand it's deeper than that. As a child, when your parent shows, I don't even care about your quality of life. I don't even care that your bare necessities are met, meaning shelter, food, clothes. That's child funding, okay? Right. And I'm not doing that, nor am I doing child support, because that's one thing I'm trying to get legislation to change. Please call it child funding, because child support means you're there physically, emotionally, spiritually, that you're present to get them through life. Who's that arm that they run to when they've been picked on at school? Who's the dad that they run to as a little girl when they get their heart broken for the first time? That's child support. Because you send a check, boo, that's fucking funding, okay?
Bottom line.
Bottom line.
That's it.
Period.
That's it.
So you be schooling every time you open your mouth, baby.
And I know I get heated and I get passionate because I'm tired of people coming at the woman. Because at the end of the day, people want to focus on a woman that's going after child support, but then your ass don't turn around and celebrate that she keeps the lights on every month, that the kids are eating, that they're going to school, that I keep them in band camp, that I keep them in music lessons, that they never went out without a meal. Right. So take that energy and then celebrate that woman and say, you know what? She has every right to do what she's doing, but I'm still going to celebrate the fact that her kids never go without.
That's right.
Never missed a meal.
That's right.
We don't do that. And that irritates me. But anyway, back to what we were saying.
And that's why you stay blessed, because then we do have the other women outside of, I mean, they could have had a stand-up guy and still, it be the ones that got the stand-up guy that dog them.
Treat them like dirt.
Ungrateful, always complaining. And it's like, girl. Like,
you know, I think about that often, like in my younger years when I was in relationships. I had a relationship that I was in that was abusive. It was really abusive, and then my sister was in a relationship that was abusive. So at one point, hers was worse than mine because I didn't have the patience. My patience was too short for that. My fuse was too short for that. So it didn't last very long at all. It had to end because either we both would have been dead in jail. Something was going to happen bad. And when you see it like that, that made me pull all the way away. I mean, totally away. It took years to actually cleanse myself of that person. And you have to do that. When you get rid of somebody, you have to cleanse yourself of them. Yeah. They're not gone just because you say, oh, I don't fuck with you no more.
Oh, yeah.
But see, because they'll be in your mind. They'll be in your spirit. They will be in your body.
Yeah.
And you have to learn how to totally disassociate yourself physically, mentally, and spiritually with a man when you're done with them.
Yeah. You do. And it's not an easy thing to do. And I just wanted to put that in there for anybody who's listening right now. Don't down yourself if you're not at that pace, if you're not at that place. But you will get there. But it is a hard process, and it's even harder when children are involved. And some people don't understand that because the way our laws and things are set up as such, you can walk into a courtroom and they don't understand. You're not talking to me and a man I divorced. You're talking to me about my abuser. And then you want to sit here and tell me, well, they have rights and they have this and they can see the kids and they can do this and you need to do that. And the way our court systems are set up, women, we're pretty much just put out there with the wolves, figure it out. We don't care. And to make some clarity, real quick, because I said something on an interview and somebody came on my page and said something so stupid.
Okay.
That's gonna get what's up?
Before you come on somebody's page, your simple ass needs to know the difference between life and analogies. I was using an analogy when I said these abusers have rights, and you walk into court and they tell you they have every right to see their child, but are you taking into account me making sure that we meet for visitation, or they coming to get my child? What if that's the day they decide to kill me and the kids? So we need to be a little more careful as far as laws and the way things are set when there's domestic violence involved. That was my point. Somebody came on my page like, he ain't never tried to kill you. First of all, I don't like to use this word, but when I say it was sitting between my teeth, bitch, how would you know?
Right.
Unless you lived in my house.
Right.
And was married, and we can say all three of us are on this marriage license, and all three of us are on this mortgage, and all three of us receive mail here, and all three of our families come here for Thanksgiving dinner. You can't tell me what happened in my house.
And
that's right.
That's number one.
That's on Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Baby.
I had to make us laugh.
Yes. That's so true though, boo.
But you know, our women, you know, they go through so much. They need somebody to talk to, because, you know, you can go to somebody and say, well, you know what? Hey, I'm being physically abused, or I'm being mentally abused. And their first thing, well, you stupid. If I was you, I wouldn't stay. You're dumb for being there. That's not what they need to hear. What they need to hear is the most uplifting thing. Sister, you are smart, you're intelligent, you are beautiful, you are powerful, you are inspirational. What I need you to do is focus on clearing yourself, clearing your energy, removing negative energy. Get a prayer life.
Yes.
And
Get in that prayer closet.
A no judgment zone.
Yes.
Sometimes friends can be very judgy, you know, and then when the shoe is on the other foot, they don't even take their own advice.
Right.
They don't.
That's
But
the tea right there.
the tea kettle, the pot, the bag, the cup, saucer, it's all of it. But most people who tend to respond like that, they don't even realize they're in an abusive relationship themselves.
Right.
Because they're so used to, oh, he only does this when I do this. He only says that when he's mad. He only acts like that when he's drunk. And I call it the not that bad syndrome.
Right.
The not that bad syndrome starts with, oh, well, he only gets like that, girl, he jealous, and you know how men are when they love you, they jealous. He only, oh, no, well, see, he ain't never hit me, girl, but I mean, that one time in the club, he grabbed my arm. Oh, well, no, it's not that bad, because see, that one time he grabbed me, he ain't never hit me in the face. Well, I mean, it's not that bad. I mean, he slapped me one time, but he ain't never punched me. Well, girl, it ain't that bad. I mean, he punched me, but he ain't never hit my kids. We don't typically look at it until it's that bad, until, in the words of Biggie, till it's slow singing and flower bringing, and we all dressed in black. Now, all of a sudden, everybody's talking about, girl, that was bad. I don't even know how she stayed that long. It was bad way back then.
Right.
When you had to ask another human being on this earth for permission to wear an outfit, to be with your friends, to leave the house.
Yes.
They're controlling the finances.
Yes.
That's when it was that bad. It was that bad when you had to dim your light for him to shine brighter. That's when it was that bad.
Yes.
But typically, everybody who want to be in their ghetto love, and they used to fussing and fighting, and this what people do. No, that's not what healthy relationships do.
That's right.
They don't even know the difference. So you probably shouldn't be giving nobody no advice on a relationship. You need to figure out what you're in first. That's real.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
But see, people get mad at me when I talk, because once somebody told me I was mad, no, baby, I'm passionate. But if me being passionate, let me be mad, saves lives, I'm going to be mad till the day a bitch die. Until everybody come in there dressed in black.
Well, I guess I'm going to be mad right
Oh,
over
yes,
there.
we going to be mad.
Baby, you always have a platform here where you feel safe to talk about anything you got going on.
Thank you, boo.
You want to get something off your chest. Check a bitch. I'm right there checking it too. You know what I'm saying? Because we not the one of the motherfuckers.
We not. Because you know how I feel about you. You know how I feel. Don't do
appreciate
it.
that.
Don't
I really
do
do.
it.
I
She
really
is a
do.
mother, a
I
mogul,
really
and a
do.
bad mother. Shut your mouth. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, I might have to have you to come back on here after that episode airs.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
That's going to be...
It's going to be epic, because people, besides them not realizing that there's a persona and a person, you also have to realize that the monster is never going to be the representative.
That's right.
He's never going to be the representative.
That's so right.
Period. So when you call women stupid, when you say, oh, you should have known, that is the dumbest thing you could ever tell somebody.
Yes.
It really is. Because there are men that have whole lives, wives and kids in a whole nother state.
Yes.
And we don't know about it to the funeral.
Right.
Or we don't know about it to Big Mama on her deathbed and be like, now you know Lil Ray Ray is John John's child. And you be like, wait, I thought that was my cousin. Wait, what are you talking about? That's my brother?
Right.
Whole family's going on.
Right.
So y'all, especially in our community, stop treating black women like, well, you should have known. Hell, I'm black, not psychic.
Okay.
Because if I would have known all of that, I probably would have never got involved with him in the first place. How about that?
Hello.
It's time for 32 flavors.